The Mandinka are a West African ethnolinguistic people present mainly in Mali, Guinea, Senegal, Gambia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Guinea-Bissau. The Mandinka are also present to a lesser extent in Sierra Leone and far north of Liberia, where they are very much in the minority. In terms of population, the Mandinka are estimated to number over 11 million. Etymologically speaking, the term Mandinka or Manding is a deformation of the word Mandinka, that is to say inhabitant of Mandan, the historic center of the Mali Empire. The term Malinke of Fulani origin is synonymous with Manding. The Mandinka or Manding are in several subgroups, as to which the Malinke gave birth to the Bambara, Diola, Diakhanka, and the Malinke themselves, who constitute towards the Mandinka people. The Mandinka who speak Manding languages are the largest subgroup of the Mande-speaking peoples, which is one of the largest language groups in Africa. Over 99% of the Mandinka adhere to Islam. Their largest urban center is Bamako, the capital of Mali. The Mandinka are the descendants of the Mali Empire, which rose to power in the 13th century under the rule of Mansa Sundiata Keita, who founded an empire that would go on to span a large part of West Africa. They migrated west from the Niger River in search of better agricultural lands and more opportunities for conquest. Nowadays, the Mandinka inhabit the West Sudanian savanna region extending from the Gambia and the Casamance region in Senegal to Ivory Coast. Although widespread, the Mandinka constitute the largest ethnic group only in the countries of Mali, Guinea, and the Gambia. Most Mandinka live in family-related compounds in traditional rural villages. Their traditional society has featured socially stratified castes. 44 Mandinka communities have been fairly autonomous and self-ruled, being led by a chief and group of elders. Mandinka has been an oral society, where mythologies, history, and knowledge are verbally transmitted from one generation to the next. Their music and literary traditions are preserved by a caste of griots, known locally as Jealous, as well as guilds and brotherhoods like the Donso. The Sininks established the Empire of Ghana, or Wagadu, from the 3rd century. Between the 11th century and the 12th century, the Keita clan unified the Mandinka tribes located in Mandan. Then at the beginning of the 13th century, they built the Empire of Mali under the direction of Sunjata Keita, which frees them from the domination of the Kingdom of Sasso of Sumaoro Kanti and proclaims the Charter of Mandan. The Mandinka constituted many kingdoms and empires which lasted until the end of the 19th century with European colonization, among the best known. The Bambara kingdoms of Ségou and Karta, Mali. The Kaabou, between Senegal and Guinea-Bissau. The Sasso Empire, between Mauritania and Mali. Kabay Daougou, North Ivory Coast. The Kasso, in the west of Mali. The Niani, extreme eastern Guinea, on the west bank of the Sankarani River. The Kangaba, Kaulakoro region of southwestern Mali. Wauli, Bambouk, in eastern Senegal. The Ouattara Empire, centered in northeastern Ivory Coast that also encompassed much of present-day Burkina Faso. The Mandan Regan is considered to be the country of origin of the Manding, in the south of Mali. The Mandinka inhabited this area alongside other ethnic groups who came from the Manding, the Susu who migrated out of Mandan Regan, and the Kasonk who are a mix of Mandinka and Fulani. Club career. Barcelona. Traoré was born in El Hospitalet de Llobregat, Barcelona, Catalonia, to Malian parents. He joined Barcelona's youth set-up in 2004 at the age of 8, after a brief period with neighboring El Hospitalet. In 2013 he was promoted to the B team, and made his debut on October 6 in a 0-1 away defeat against Ponferradina in the Segunda Division Championship. On November 9, 2013, Traoré came on as a half-time substitute but was sent off for conceding a penalty in a 0-3 loss to Real Jane at the Mini Estadi. 2 weeks later, he played his first La Liga game at the age of only 17, replacing Neymar late on in the 4-0 home win over Granada. He made his first appearance in the UEFA Champions League on November 26, coming on for Cesc Fabregas in the 82nd minute of a 1-2 defeat away to Ajax in the group stage. Traoré also featured for Barcelona's under-19 side in the inaugural edition of the UEFA Youth League, playing 5 times and netting twice as they won the trophy. He scored his first official goal for the Blaugrana's main squad on December 16, 2014, playing 16 minutes and contributing with a goal in an 8-1 home victory over SD Huesca in the 2014-15 Copa del Rey. Aston Villa. On August 14, 2015, Traoré joined Premier League club Aston Villa on a 5-year deal for a reported £7 million that could rise to €12 million, with Barcelona inserting a 3-year buyback clause in his contract. He made his debut 8 days later against Crystal Palace, and his cross led to an own goal from Papa Suaré 8 minutes after he had entered the game as a substitute for Carlos Sanchez. He scored his first goal 3 days later, the team's first of a 5-3 home win over Notts County in the second round in the League Cup. Traoré came on as a second-half substitute for the last-placed Villains away to relegation rivals Sunderland on January 2, 2016, and via a counter-attack he assisted compatriot Carles Gil's aerial volley equaliser. He was later replaced himself through injury, and his team lost 3-1. Following that game, he was dropped from the team due to indiscipline, as the season ended with relegation. Middlesbrough. On August 31, 2016, Traoré signed a 4-year contract with Middlesbrough and Albert Adama moved in the opposite direction. The fees were undisclosed. He made his debut on September 10, 2016 in a 1-2 home loss to Crystal Palace, replacing Christian Stuani for the final 9 minutes. During his first season, he took part in 31 matches without scoring. Traoré played during 2017-18, first under Gary Monk and then Tony Pulis, with his pace sometimes causing several problems for opposition defenders, including an impressive performance against Leeds United on March 2, 2018 in a 3-0 win. He totaled 5 goals and 10 assists during the campaign as his team reached the playoffs in the Championship, where they were knocked out by his former side Aston Villa. Consequently, he won Middlesbrough's Fans Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year and Players Player of the Year awards. Wolverhampton Wanderers. On August 8, 2018, Traoré joined newly promoted Wolverhampton Wanderers on a 5-year deal for an undisclosed fee in the region of £18 million. He scored his first goal for the team and in the Premier League on September 1 in his 40th appearance in the competition in a 1-0 win away to West Ham United. His first start occurred on October 27, in a 0-1 away defeat to Brighton and Hove Albion. On October 6, 2019, in his 50th competitive appearance for Wolves, Traoré scored both goals in a 2-0 away victory against reigning champions Manchester City. He scored his first goal in UEFA European club football as Wolves drew 3-3 away to Braga in the UEFA Europa League group stage on 28 November. Traoré scored his debut Molineux goal for his club in a 1-2 defeat to Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League on December 15, 2019. He won the PFA Player of the Month award for January 2020 with 45% of fan votes. Traoré's first goal for Wolves in the 2020-21 season came in their 1-0 home victory over Crystal Palace in a FA Cup third-round game on January 8, 2021. Traoré marked his 100th Premier League appearance for Wolves with his 10th goal for the club in a 2-1 victory over Brighton and Hove Albion at Molineux on May 9, 2021. Traoré scored his debut goal of the 2021-22 season on January 15, 2022, in a 3-1 Premier League Victory over Southampton at Molineux. Traoré's first start for Wolves in the 2022-23 season after his loan at Barcelona in the second half of the 2021-22 season came in a 2-1 victory over Preston North End at Molineux in the EFL Cup on August 23, 2022, in which Traoré scored Wolves' second return to Barcelona. On January 29, 2022, Barcelona announced that they had reached an agreement with Wolverhampton Wanderers to bring Traoré back on a loan, with a contract until June 30, 2022 and an option to make the deal permanent. On July 1, 2022, Traoré returned to Wolverhampton Wanderers after the club opted not to sign him permanently. International career. On February 17, 2014, the Malian Football Federation reported that Traoré and his older brother Moha had decided to represent Mali at senior level. However, in an interview with BBC Sport in October 2015, the former stated that he was still considering his international options. He made his debut for the Spanish under-21s on March 22, 2018. Playing 15 minutes in the 5-3 away win over Northern Ireland in the 2019 UEFA European Championship qualifiers. In November 2019, Traoré declared that he wanted to play for Mali. However, days later he received his first call-up in the Spain national team for Euro 2020 qualifying matches against Malta and Romania in place of injured Rodrigo. He pulled out of the squad voluntarily due to injury, and was replaced by Pablo Sarabia. In January 2020, he said he had not decided between Spain and Mali after a photograph of him posing with a Mali shirt circulated online, saying, "I am grateful with the two international teams, Spain where I was born and Mali where my origins are." In August 2020, Traoré was again called up ahead of Spain's September UEFA Nations League matches against Germany and Ukraine. However, he was removed from the squad after testing positive for COVID-19 on August 31. He missed the Germany match as he awaited the result of the second test to determine if the initial result was a false positive. The second test result was negative and Traoré rejoined the squad on September 3, ahead of the Ukraine match. On September 6, Traoré was once again ordered to leave the camp after a PCR test showed a high antibody count. On October 7, 2020, Traoré made his first appearance for Spain in a friendly match against Portugal, coming on as a substitute in the 62nd minute. The match ended in a scoreless draw. On October 10, Traoré again came on as a substitute for Spain in a Nations League match against Switzerland. Both Mali and Spain had named Traoré to their respective squads for their matches during the October international fixture window, but with his appearance in a competitive match against Switzerland, he is cap-tied to Spain and FIFA eligibility rules prevents him from representing Mali. On May 24, 2021, he was included in Luis Enrique's 24-man squad for UEFA Euro 2020. Style of play. Tim Sherwood, Traoré's manager at Villa, compared him to both Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, saying he had a bit of both. Catherine Wilson of ESPN FC credited his athleticism, though also remarked that his footballing brain and teamwork skills are definitely up for debate. In 2018, ESPN's Matt Stanger acknowledged Traoré's pace and strength, and added that he is now showing the composure to find the killer pass, while boasting rapid acceleration and excellent close control to shield the ball from defenders. Stanger also believed Traoré's defensive contribution to be developed, pointing his key weaknesses as moments of recklessness and decision-making which continues to frustrate his teammates. He was also described by Teesside Gazette's Philip Tallentire as a talismanic playmaker, after his form during the 2017-18 season. The Daily Mirror listed Traoré second in the top 10 fastest players of the 2019-20 Premier League season, with a top speed of 23.48 mph while with Wolverhampton Wanderers, after his first 3 appearances as a substitute. Michael Butler of The Guardian reported, Traoré has always been regarded as a rough diamond, lightning quick but perhaps lacking composure or an end product. Per 90 minutes, nobody in the Premier League has created more chances than the 22-year-old or completed even half the number of successful dribbles. Eden Hazard has 5.56 to Traoré's 11.87. Personal life. Traoré's elder brother, Moha, is also a footballer. Career statistics. Club. As of match played November 12, 2022.